Hello and welcome to Bizworld. Malaysia and Japan are set to increase collaboration on smart manufacturing to assist Malaysian manufacturers, mainly small and medium enterprises (SMEs), in adopting smart manufacturing technologies. International Trade and Industry Ministry (MITI) said the collaboration will help Malaysian manufacturers to learn from Japanese companies on the adoption of Industry 4.0 technologies through lean management. SIRIM, as an agency under MITI, will work with the experts from Japanese industries to assist SMEs in identifying the problems to be improved.
SIRIM obviously has had a lot of years of research in different areas, and I'm sure that their areas of research, especially in terms of the use cases, are very important and helpful for Malaysian industries. And the fact that SIRIM is now under MITI, I think shows that we can have more collaborative efforts in terms of using the experience of SIRIM to push the I4.0 adoption.
He said this after the opening remarks at the inaugural seminar on smart manufacturing organized by MITI and SIRIM Berhad earlier today. He added 3 focus areas have been identified, such as competency development, retrofitting projects, and industry engagement through his sharing session on use cases. The Entrepreneur Development Ministry (MED) has identified 15 companies, mainly from the food and beverage and technology sectors, with the potential to be listed on Bursa Malaysia. Its Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Rizwan Yusof said the MED aims to enlist these companies this year to expand their businesses outside Malaysia. Datuk Seri Muhammad Rizwan said the ministry has also identified some 300 companies and small and medium enterprises to be export ready. He added several Malaysian companies were also shortlisted to conduct a halal kitchen at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics. Last year, Malaysia approved 201.7 billion ringgit in investments as compared with 200.6 billion ringgit in 2017, with domestic investments contributing 60% or 121.2 billion ringgit of total investments, while foreign investments contributed the remaining 40%. Malaysia's economy is expected to remain on an expansionary path and continue growing from June to August, albeit at a moderate pace, backed by a better global outlook and strong fundamentals. In its monthly economic review released today, MIDF Research said it foresees a slight recovery towards the second quarter of 2019 and second half of the year, amid a gradual pickup in commodity prices, strong domestic demand, and receding fear of a trade war. On the local front, MIDF Research said the consumer price index increased 0.2% year-on-year in March 2019 as per forecast. Looking ahead, it said consumer inflation is likely to stay low following the lower capped prices of RON 95 and diesel fuels at 2 ringgit 8 cent and 2 ringgit 18 cent per litre respectively. As for the labour market, the research house said growth has been maintained at 2.1% in February 2019. Meanwhile, domestic spending remained strong as distributive trade increased 6.5% in February 2019, an optimistic outlook to observe continuous solid domestic demand in 2019. Malaysia Airports Holdings Berhad MHB is tendering its baggage handling system BHS and Aerotrains at the Kuala Lumpur International Airport KLIA in the second half of 2019. Its Chief Executive Officer Raja Azmin Raja Zainuddin said this is important to improve its services, as the 2 systems are already over 20 years old and due for replacement.
Thank you. So you're right, these 2 systems are 20-over-year-old systems, and therefore this year we're going through a massive asset replacement plan. We are planning to sort of float it or tender it out on the second half of this year. The amount I would rather not disclose because it may be a bit premature. Yeah?
He said this at MBHB 20th AGM earlier today. For the current financial year, the group targets to achieve an EBITDA of 2.16 billion ringgit And in 2018, MBHB recorded a total revenue of 4.85 billion ringgit and an EBITDA of 2.28 billion ringgit. And that wraps up Bizworld this time around. I'm Ganai Ling. Thanks for investing your time with us.